watching Good Day Columbus on Fox 28.
Well, it is a stressful time of year, no doubt about it, and economics certainly plays a role. Nancy Jane Smith is a career expert and counselor who joins us today, and we are going to talk about how to approach with your family if things are going to be tougher this year. How do we approach that with the kids especially? Because you know there's this level of expectation that's always there, and if the money's not, how do you combine those two?
Well, I think it's important to start early, you know, and obviously now would be the time, and to prepare the kids that, you know, this year might be a little different. And so to kind of turn it into more of a fun and games thing, that this year, you know, we're going to be crafty and we're going to speak from the heart and we're going to, you know, write letters to each other. We're going to make our own gifts to, you know, encourage the kids where you'll get one gift that you can pick, but the rest of us are all, you know, the rest of them are going to be homemade. And then also I think, you know, to remind the kids that we may have it tough, but there are people that have it worse off than us. So
that's important.
Potentially, you know, volunteer to homeless shelter, or, you know, but to include the kids in the process that this is a tough time for the family, and we're going to make it fun anyway.
Right. Yeah, and of course, you know, before you even get there with the kids, it's you getting past your dream for the holidays, what you want to give your kids. I'll tell you that I've gotten several emails, and it makes me teary-eyed every time from people in the community. They are just desperate. They want to give their kids this magic, and they're writing to anybody they can for help. So how do you mentally get yourself there?
Yeah, and I think it's important to recognize that the toy isn't the magic. And, you know, for us as, you know, parents, to wrap our heads around that, because the kids help us believe that. So to also, you know, wrap your head around them, we can give them so much more than the magic of one little toy. But also to, you know, to recognize that you're not a bad parent because you have one Christmas that's off. You know, that this is human and we all struggle, and to recognize dealing with that pain and then moving forward and, you know, remembering what the holiday is all about.
As a career counselor then, assuming that we have a lot of people, we know we do, that are still out of work, what do you say to encourage them? How do you get them through the holidays?
The biggest thing I would say is, you know, you can't job search 24/7, and to recognize, to really set yourself on a schedule that you're going to know in the morning I'm going to do my job search and I'm going to really start putting myself out there, applying for jobs online. I'm going to have a couple networking things I'm going to do a week, and then the rest of the time I'm going to spend doing stuff that I enjoy doing. I'm going to volunteer more at the kids' school, or I'm going to engage in activities that I enjoy, to kind of remind myself that even though this is a hard time, I can still be doing stuff I love during this time and be giving back to myself. And I think it's important to be doing both.
Can you find jobs this time of year?
Absolutely.
Okay.
And I definitely, you know, obviously there are seasonal jobs, and I think that's a great place to really, you can gain more money, and you know, doing seasonal employment. You can get a seasonal job that might lead to a full-time job, and also if you work a seasonal job, you won't get penalized for leaving because you're supposed to. So you can work and gain more money and then move on to another job that fits you better at the end of the year.
And I suppose, Nancy, that especially, you know, it's always the trying times that it seems to define you.
Yes.
So I'm sure in terms of your children, and we talked about the presents and what the real magic is, that you're teaching them a lesson. It's a great opportunity about what this really is.
Yeah, that is my bottom. I mean, like, that's what I really think it's all about, is to really be able to look at the, you know, not to be like, oh, positive, but to look at the positive of it, that what are we trying to teach our kids? And it is that this holiday is about giving back, love, generosity, and it's not about the toy that, you know, Disney is telling us it's all about.
Right. That's a great message. Appreciate it, and give some hope too.
Yes.
And you're not in this alone. There are a lot of people just
not.
like
And
you.
to make sure you're reaching out to people, and, you know, and sharing. It's okay to be embarrassed and shamed. It's a hard time, but to also recognize I can get support and help out there.
That's a great message. Thank you very much. We put a link to your website on our website, and you can go to myfox28columbus.com, click on news links for more.